This is D.Roberts, and this is my educational app recording project. And I am actually already on my website that I wanted to share. It's called Padlet.com, and I logged in with my Google login. You can choose your own login with email, or you can log in with Google. You have various options, but I'm excited about this app because I've only actually gotten to use it live once. I've used it a lot of times for pretend lesson plans, but I've only got to see it in action and really guide it. One time it was for a really short time, only 10 or 15 minutes in a class, but it went really well, and I'll tell you about that in just a minute. But in order to make a Padlet, which is basically like a virtual sticky note wall, you would just click Make a Padlet. You have different options to choose from. I would select Wall just for these purposes, and it just brings up something random to get you started, but you can change it. So I'm going to change that My Sweet Wall title to something more boring, just Padlet Practice, although that was a really fun title. And we don't need a description for our purposes today. And then you can choose from any number of wallpaper selections. Since we're talking about education, we can do the pencils. So I chose that one. And then we click Next. And this activity is intended for one-to-one digital integration, or, groups at least. So I think when I did it before, I did it with groups, and each small group had an iPad that they used, and they did a group activity. But what you would do is share it. It's already set on secret, but you share the link. So the only ones who see this Padlet are the ones who have the link. Click Next, and then it says you're all set. Post to your heart's content. Start posting. And then I'll click, I don't know if you can see down here in the bottom. Let me adjust my screen. Here, the teacher can give a prompt here, something like, whatever question. What do you know about giraffes? And then what would happen is each student would, or each group of students would log in, and they would use the link that you share with them using the share option. You can share the link, or actually I prefer, it's super easy just to pull this QR code up here, and if the students are on their iPads or their tablet or whatnot, and they are logged into the Padlet app, which is free, then all they have to do is literally hold the camera up in front of this, and it will pull this up for them. So this is what they will see. And then they can click here to add, and they might say, you would give them instructions of how you want them to respond, but say that it was, they needed to have their initials, D.R., and then they would write whatever their response is. Giraffes have spots. And then someone else on another tablet at the same time, maybe CDT is saying giraffes are tall. And then before you know it, this whole entire space is filled with information about giraffes. And then, the teacher, if they want theirs to stand out, there are all different options. You can move them around, you can change the color so yours stands out from the rest, or even can put the prompt question up in this area. Many different options. But anyway, this is really fun, and it is Padlet, and you should check it out. And super quickly, I wanted to show you, this was one that I had done with that small group of students, and they were divided into groups, and they uploaded their pictures here of different types of lines based on the prompts. There we go.